Wise men say only fools rush in. You know that?
Yeah, I know that, right?
I can't help falling in love with you. That's it.
Yeah.
Sunday is a little bit different than other days because it centers around a mass that I have at the convent. They're missionary sisters of Mary, of Charity, and they're the Mother Teresa sisters. I don't know whether you heard of Mother Teresa.
Yes.
They're looking after old men here. So morning is okay. I got my mass at 9 o'clock, right? It's typical mass at 9. That is their mass also. I have it in Swahili, and that finishes by 10:30. The workers who work there are the choir, and they sing really well. So I enjoy myself down there. Then I come home. Sunday is a bit quiet unless there are people that come to the main parish and they want to come to say hello. And afternoon I rest because it's Sunday. And in the evening, if people want to come for confessions or something like that. But Sunday is a bit different. Breakfast, 8 o'clock. Now, I like to sit at the table for a little while with my computer. So till about 10:30, I'm sitting at the computer and do all my messaging and do all my correspondence and all. And Michael is the one who comes to help me. So I'm very good at the computer because I've got a screen reader. But I can't read papers and all that, so Michael does that for me. Usually at about 10:30, I've got a plan to go out. He is my driver.
Yeah.
So I go. My main work, because I'm already retired, is to visit the elderly and the sick, because kind of I identify myself with them. I'm old. And I like an old gossip just as much as they like. So I have nice coffee, biscuits, talk to them. I take them the sacraments, the Holy Communion. So we kind of enjoy myself. So I'm never kind of without that kind of work. There is always somebody I can go and see. I usually back after lunch. We may have lunch outside, hamburger or something like that, but I usually come home. Afternoon is very sacred because I have a siesta. If you've seen my biography, I studied in Italy.
Yeah.
Italy is famous for siesta.
Yeah.
We never did anything in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So siesta for me is very sacred, and all my friends know about it. So they see the watch and they say, we can't telephone Father Saldana because he's sleeping. But I must say to you, if I have work to do, I don't go to sleep. Afternoon, I usually go to the gym. If I'm here, I go to the gym. We got a good gym down here, and that takes us to 4 o'clock. Now 4 to 6 is my outside time, so people know they can come to me for confessions, to talk to me. So now that takes me about 6:30, and then I prepare for supper, finish my supper, and then I'll sit at the table to do my work. 9 o'clock I'll hear the news, and then I'm ready to sleep. But I really love listening to audiobooks. I don't know whether you know that. Books on tape or on CDs or on the internet. I've got a subscription for Audible, so I listen to that. And I go to sleep by 11. I remember I wanted at 12 years to become a priest. And in fact, I'd written an essay about, usually they give you an essay what you would like to become and all that. If you ask me now, I don't think I understood what it was to be a priest. I really didn't. I think that time I had a fanciful idea, a romantic idea, the romantic of this. I mean, now I'm a real priest, but that time it was, we used to see priests moving around with cassocks and with this and praying, and I used to serve mass, and you feel you wanted to be like that. And that time it was old because the priest used to still be with back towards the people, right? And so I could see what the priest was doing. Now at least you see what the priest is doing in front of you. But it is completely different now, I must say, completely different. You say struggle, I think I give people more hard time than they give me. So because, we priests sometimes, and especially we don't stand easily for chit chat or something like that. You come here, I want to hear straight away, and people come to confession, like to me, and I think I've know this in saying, I will know, and I'm not saying this easily. So I'm not going to wait for you to talk to me for an hour or 2 hours like you go to a psychiatrist and talk. I'll tell you at once. Because I'm blind. I could say that is my struggle, but I'm not saying it has brought me down. I knew, and even before I got ordained, I knew that I had this condition. And that time, they were saying I was going to get blind when I was 40, right?
Yes.
But I was driving a car till I was past that, and only in about 2003 that I started using a cane and all that. So I knew it was a condition I was with. Maybe the struggle is that I miss seeing your face. And seeing flowers and seeing colors and especially small children to see their sometimes I think they must be wondering that they're smiling at me and they're saying and I'm not reacting to them. Okay. Now 73 I was and that time I just finished my seminary, so I was very spiritual that time. We had just finished 7 years. I did my philosophy, theology, all right? So I understood everything. And I would say I never kind of questioned God. It was something that He has given to me. Other people, I would say, I'm always saying that. Why should I question? There are others also who are in the same boat. They got more problems, more difficulties, and I want to try to help them. And I have a feeling that my blindness helps them. Because I'm not speaking to them from up, I'm speaking to them from down. I know myself inside out, that I would agree, but it's nothing to do with 50 years. I know my character, I know who I am, right? And I've got no delusions or anything like that. I'm a people's person, right? But it does not mean that all peoples get on with me. I'll tell you that I have shaken hands with kind of presidents and even the Pope and everybody, but I've also shaken hands with a poor person. And I've not found any difference, not any difference. Since I cannot see, right, I've got no this. And I wish other people would be the same. I think people, they get a little bit nervous or what do you say, they got to hang up because they're looking at themselves in the mirror and they see themselves, they see they've got a pimple or they got some, I don't worry of any of those things. I don't, and I must say, it's working out. You can ask Bella now also. She's taking out her. I just smile, I just do anything, and nobody's going to hold it against me or anything like that. I'm very, very confident about that. I'm very confident. So, aligned to that is, I know what I cannot do. And when I need something, I depend on other people. You know Fig Tree Hotel?
Yes.
That's where I was born.
Yeah.
It was a maternity hospital.
Oh.
You know that?
I didn't know that.
Lady Greg Maternity Hospital, right? I can't say my memories, other people's memories. I'll tell you two stories about my birth. One was that the matron came with the baby, with me, and she's telling my mother, he's got a lucky nose. Lucky nose.
Yeah.
So throughout my life, my mother and my siblings, whenever there was something to be in the house, they should say to me, shake your nose. And I used to very religiously shake my nose like that. I could do it, go like
You
that.
can do it now.
Can I? Is it open? Do it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It is shaking.
It was much better before.
Yeah.
So then, and it came out, people, it was like as if a blessing. So, and the second was, my sister came to see me in the hospital. And you know, that time children were not allowed in the hospital. So mommy brought her to the window to show me. And then my sister went home. And then there was a smell at home. Everybody was a bit worried. It was burning. My sister had a rag doll made out of cloth, no? And then she went and put it in the jiko. We used to cook that time in a jiko, no? And so Daddy rushed and said to her, what are you doing? She said, why do I need this? I've got a baby that moves his hands and everything, and eyes and all that. So I won't tell you the nickname, but the nickname she had for the doll is my nickname.
That was my next question.
No, I can't. So she'll get very embarrassed. Like if you ask my friends and all that, I don't think, I think this greatness of being a priest, you know, like I said, 12 years old, and ever since that time, I was very kind of confident. So people, I don't know, you're a man, you know, sometimes you get a little bit nervous in front of girls or something like that, huh?
Yes.
Or especially if you got an eye on this or that girl, no?
Yes.
So that is your drawback, because when you like a girl, you act in a certain way, you get all nervous.
Yes.
I never did that. And I think that I have remained like that. And people, even if they meet me now, it's really, it's not changed. You introduce me to somebody, I want to talk it straight away. And I want to find out what is happening and what are you doing and everything like that. So I don't think that has changed since my childhood. Now we priests have got temptation. We got about power, we got money, and we got about sex. So these are three things that is. I'm not saying that I've completely conquered them, but this thing about money, right? And not money for myself, but money to do things. You know, like I need a digital, you know, in order to do my work. I need a digital, so I need money for that. Yeah, I was telling you about Audible. To hear the Audible, you need this gadget that's called HumanWare. Now that is costing quite a lot. So I need money for that. That is a big temptation. Not now. I say till about 20 years ago, when I was still hard up with money. I did not have my money like that. So that was my biggest temptation. And then nowadays, if you're talking about money, I wish I had a lot of money that I could help all the people to come to me. You know, they come to me with problems. And sometimes I feel the problems are financial. You know, they don't pay school fees. something about hospital fees, or I wish I could put my hand in my pocket and do. I can do to a lot of extent because nowadays people are helping me. But that is a temptation. God has given me a separate vocation to be a blessing. So people have to feel that my words are a blessing rather than I should give them 1,000 shillings. So then you can kind of get into a little bit of temptation down there because you straight away feel the people's gratitude when you give them money. Huh?
Yes.
I think it is also with something to do with relationships, and that is also to do with my counseling and with my this and all. It is in your DNA to have a family, to have children, to do everything like that, no? You feel at that time.
Yes.
And I think everybody, you also have got a desire maybe. Are you married?
Not yet.
So, but I'm sure you want to do that.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Now, maybe there were times that I would be saying, have I made the right choice, you know? I'm alone, I don't... now I've reached this age, and with all my experience, and I would hate you to think that that's the experience, because there are a lot of problems in marriages. Huh?
Yes.
And it looks like a real hard work sometimes. Huh? And my heart goes out to these people. And so I think, to me, I'm not saying that what I felt before about having a family and having children and all, I think that is valid, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of children, I've got a lot of friends, I've got a lot of everybody, no?
Yes.
I don't miss anything. And so they're there. Sometimes maybe I'm lonely, that means nobody's in with me, but that's just for a few. A little while. Reading, huh? Playing music. I love playing music. Not only classical, I love classical, but also pop, but not recent pop, I must say, not recent pop. My time, 60s, 50s, 60s, oh, I know all the music, all the music. And somebody has given me a subscription for a little gadget called Alexa, I don't know whether you know. Huh? Alexa, and she's given me a Spotify, so I can play any music. You ask me any song now, I can get it there and sing it.
What song are you listening to now?
Can't help, what is that called? Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you. Very good.
Yes, that's very nice.
Look at that. Maybe you can't believe that I can be rude sometimes. Huh? I can be rude. I can, and it isn't really, it's really very funny because I understand everything. And I understand that maybe I should say this or I should, have a little bit more patience and all. I can remember like nowadays we don't queue, but before we used to queue to pay our power bills or something like that, no? So I'm standing in the queue with everybody's smiling at me. Now this man comes in, and obviously he's dressed in a suit, he goes like that, and he goes to the front. And everybody is quiet because they're afraid. So I said, oh, talk. Huh? And he turned on and he said, but you're a priest.
Yes.
So I said, what do you mean I'm a priest? But you shouldn't be acting like that.
Yes.
Well, I said, I don't know about acting like that, but you're annoying me by going in the front like that. We're all standing in the queue. Now, I don't think if you meet somebody who has felt my tongue or is annoyed with me,
Yes.
you won't believe.
Yes.
You say, but I know Father Saldana.
Yeah.
I think now you may go away with a nice impression of me. You should get some of these young men that are helping me here.
Yes.
They'll tell you the truth. I really, and in fact, that is a trick I learned even with my eyes. My eyes, not to wish for something that I know I cannot have. So I don't frustrate myself or anything like that. Huh? If you're still talking now about traveling, traveling, I've been kind of to lots of places, and I've traveled and everything. I would like to say that now I would get a little bit envious. So someone comes to me and say they're going off to the UK. And I would say maybe I'd get a little bit jealous or something like that. Or someone's going to India or to Australia or something like that. But it doesn't happen now.
Okay.
I must say it doesn't happen. And I just sit down. I'm happy for other people who are going out. Only they must sit with me and talk.
Yes.
And tell me what they've seen and what they've done and all, and then I'm very happy. I really work at relationships, not in an obvious, way, but I think I'm ashamed of the ones that have fallen through the cracks. Like even today, I just opened my Facebook, and there's somebody whose birthday it is, but we've fallen out. So, and I'm terribly ashamed of that. I've hurt people, not many people, but I've hurt somebody. So I would love to get back those times. And it's so easy, I tell you. It just needs a little bit of a spark coming from God. And I'm depending on that. So there's one person I haven't talked to for nearly 25 years. And we were very good friends. But I'm ashamed of that. I'm ashamed. I don't work at antagonizing people or do anything like that, but sometimes it happens. There is a strong Goan community here. We're less than 2,000, 2,500, right? And they could depend on me for all things.
Yes.
They just have to pick up the phone. And I'm really amazed because there are so many other people. You want a funeral, I can do it. You want me to come and anoint somebody, I'll do it. Because some of the priests are doing too much other work. So they're kind of dependent on me. Maybe when I'm gone, they'll moan about that Father Saldana is not there. I would love to say food. We Goans, we've got a cuisine all of our own. There is one dish that is made out of pork. We call it sorpotel. Oh no, if you say it to a Goan sorpotel, they start salivating.
Yes.
Then we got pulao, then we got biryani, we got all these things. And plus we got sweets, which is very, very bad for me now, because it's all sugar.
Yes.
Well, we got sweets, like for Christmas, all Goan families start cooking sweets. And they're not like one or two varieties, they're like 20 varieties. There is a restaurant in Babadogo with a Goan there.
Yeah.
She cooks beautiful food.
Yes.
And we love curries, not the curries that my friend in the kitchen here, everybody thinks that, you all think that curry is just made out of water.
Yes.
We do the curry with, I don't know.
Curry.
Yeah. Marinate and put onions and everything like that. So I love food. I love food.
You just made me hungry.
I get a little bit annoyed when people are talking petty things. I would love people to ask me about religion, why God has saved us, or virgin birth, or why we have the Eucharist and all. And sometimes it has happened and people are very happy. And if you come to my Eucharist or my Mass, when I have a congregation, you'll find it very interesting because I love speaking about everything like that. And people would ask me. That's what I say to them, ask me. Because I'm always asking them, I will say, how are you? What have you done? Where are you going? And all. So it takes up all the time. So maybe if I could keep quiet, they would ask me. Maybe. I don't know. I would have loved to say identify myself with Jesus, but you would think me too much. For me, Jesus is a clown. Everybody is very serious about Jesus.
Yes.
But for me, Jesus is a vagabond. Because it's just the truth. He's no home. He's just traveling, and he had this band of people with him and all. And Mommy used to always say that about me. She used to say, you got the right vocation because you're a clown. So you're on the stage all the time, and that's what I feel about it. But if you're asking me about another person that I identify with, it's prophet. And I've got several of these prophets, like Isaiah. He was a princely prophet. Then an Amos, who stood at the gates and he shouted at the priest in there. And the priest was getting embarrassed. I was here. Or even John the Baptist. John the Baptist. Can you believe John the Baptist used to smell, and he was dressed in skins and all, and people came in their thousands to him. For what? A message. So I think that is it. So I don't think people come to me for my dress or my this and all. It's for a message, I tell you.